You see, I can't. I don't know what I'm doing. It's not going very well, is it? Oh, there we go.
Oh.
We seem to be frozen in time again. How come you're moving and I'm not? That's
are
really
we live? Good. We are live. Okay. Okay, we're just a little bit delayed. That's okay. Okay. Okay, so question 1. Oh, first of all, hi guys.
Hi. We're Devilment. Or at least we're the Danny and Lauren show.
This is the Danny and Lauren show.
Part of Devilment.
On Devilment FM. And we are answering your questions live on Facebook. So thanks for writing in. And the first one is...
No, you read the first one. I'll read the first one then. I was delighted by the abundance of keys and Lauren's vocal in Under the Thunder. The song is amazingly beautiful. I think that the new Devilment album will be very different from the previous one. Did you specifically try to make this difference, or did it happen more spontaneously? And this was asked by Colin Park. I actually didn't say who wrote this one.
Okay.
But a great question on
this. So, what do you think? Did we do this on purpose? Well, it was something that we considered that we wanted to do more of when we were putting vocals on the last album, and something we discussed beforehand.
Yeah.
But I think the way that the songs turned out was just something that happened through the creative process and everybody interacting and moulding together.
Well, there were attributes about the first album we wanted to bring out more, and do more,
yeah.
Make it more choral, so we had more interaction with your voice. Well, there's people who only heard one song, so they don't really know the plethora of emotions that are prevalent on this particular release.
Yes, but there are more. There are more female vocals generally. And there are more keyboards generally.
It's all about you, you know.
Yeah. Well,
actually, the question is.
Okay, question 2.
Oh, that's an awful question. Question 3. No.
Okay.
What is the new album about? Is there a story being told?
And that is from Mark Vandervoort. Thank you for your question, Mark.
The new album's got, well, it's much like the first album. Similar themes. A lot of them personal and dressed up. Obviously, the lyrics always allude to different things, and I make them a little bit more fairy tale and risque. But it's very emotive. There's a lot of songs about isolation, sort of bad vibes as well as celebrating life. So there's two sides of the coin, and it always ends up quite cool. It's a positive album at least. But it's a collection of songs. It's not
like a continuous tale.
No. And the album title, which is Erica Lawson's next question, the title Mephisto Waltzes, the Mephisto Waltzes, is that referring to the component Liszt, and if so, what's connection? Yeah, partly because obviously he wrote some piano pieces, symphonies for them, called the Mephisto Waltzes, which was to do about Faust and being seduced by the devil, selling soul, etc., etc. It's also partly based on the fact that I'm a big fan of Glenn Danzig, and they had a song called Mephisto Waltzes on the Misfits album, Danzig 2, Lucy Fuse, so Devilment 2. The Mephisto Waltzes, it kind of pertains to the fact we're called Devilment. Mephisto is obviously the devil. And these are like a collection of devilish tracks. And it also, with the cover as well.
Yeah, it links in with the cover, the woman dancing.
And which is based on the track Dia della Morte, Goddess of Death.
Yeah. That comes on the basis, isn't it?
Yeah, so it's loosely based on Liszt.
Okay, Liam Deacon says, if you could have done a cover on this album, what would it have been? This is the problem with it being live. It's like plug something out of the sky.
Well, it would have been something horrible. No.
What about Beds Are Burning?
Yeah, why not? We could do that. We could do it again. And an instrumental version of it.
Yeah.
Or we could have just done 9 covers of Temple of the Black Moon because that was never released, and then I would have got some publishing.
Well, we'd be interested to hear what covers you would have liked to hear Devilment do. That would be
a good way to get out of it.
A good way to get out of the question and get some feedback from you guys. Okay, Christine Mole. Hi!
Hi, Christine.
I would like to know more about the creepy happenings at your recent video shoot, if you don't mind telling. Also, I want to say I love Under the Thunder, amazing work, cannot wait for the album. The strange happenings, so I suppose we're talking about the mobile phone interaction.
Yeah, well first of all, we didn't know it was haunted, but we kind of gathered because it's got that vibe to it. And then we went online and looked and then found out that room 305, there was a maid living there and there was a fire and she burnt to death, allegedly.
Yeah.
And since then, people have stayed in the room. People stayed in the room below, which was 219, I think.
Yeah, and heard noises from the room above. And
yeah, people scream, or someone screaming, furniture being dragged around, blah blah blah, when there was no one there, and what have you.
Yeah, but there was an eeriness to the whole hotel anyway. I mean, even in daylight, when you walk down the corridor, because there's no electricity, you can push a door open, it'd be pitch black inside with a cold draft coming towards you.
Yeah, I was there. I did the prep with the producer Sam the night before, and we were there about 10 o'clock at night, and it was pitch black. And even though it's in the middle of Ipswich town centre, you can't, you're totally removed from it. And yeah, there's a couple of like the upstairs floor where it's got the room numbers that, even though it's the second floor, for some reason they've got a little bit that's all 100s up there, so you get totally confused by that. And then there's all these like
the wall where there's the shower inside. So there's like a hole in one of the walls, and it'd been knocked through, and inside there was like a little shower.
Yeah, or that weird little doorway that was halfway down, and little staircases that were just it's just bizarre. But anyway, shortly after we went in room 305,
Colin's phone started freaking out.
Yeah, totally. Like
it'd been possessed.
Almost like a UFO had come near it. It's just like throwing up all these, exclamation marks and expletives.
Yeah.
And
eventually shocked him. He had to throw it on the floor. So
he was showing it to me, and he was going mental. It was like the Matrix, and flashing and everything. Yeah. Then gave him an electric. If I was a mobile phone, I'd give him an electric shock. I'm gonna get him.
Okay, so we've got a couple of questions here. There's one asking if we're going to be playing in Poland. There's another one asking if we're going to be touring in Australia soon. So
there's no plans as yet, but I mean that's a case. Yeah, that's a case for promoters again. We don't know really our movements for next year just yet, because we're planning to play a lot of summer festivals, but obviously some festivals haven't been booked as yet because it's like the end of the summer and they don't get booked yet, or the majority of them. And also Cradle of Filth are in the studio for the first half of the year doing their albums, so things have to be sort of worked around that as well.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, do you feel supported well enough from today's webzines and other promoters?
Well, we're getting that way. We just spent, we are still in London, the Nuclear Blast offices, Jab's finger at back. So hopefully, we've done a whole day's worth of press. But I think also when it comes to Devilment, I think now we'll start getting interest, because I think people just thought of it as a project before. Yeah. And now it's
established itself as something more. We've got the second album. We know what our sound is. I think. Yeah. And also we get a lot of really good support from the fans online, lots of people sharing things and fan pages, so we're always grateful for the amount that people push us. So
and I think we've got Under the Thunder out now.
That's a really positive response.
A couple of, when was it? October the 24th, I think that's when the video Hitchcock Blonde comes out,
Yeah.
the one we shot in a hotel.
Mm-hmm.
And then shortly, about 2 weeks before the album comes out, they're going to release the third single, which is Full Dark, No Stars. So by then, hopefully, it would have drummed up a bit of interest.
Yeah. Jasmine Novak. Hey, Jasmine. Under the Thunder seems like an anthem in the vein of a calling of arms and a warning. Is the song about a specific place or just a general, mayhap global calling?
I don't know. You tell us. It's a generalisation. I usually do that kind of thing.
I think a certain amount of all songs have to be open to the interpretation.
Yeah,
of the
exactly.
listener
It's personal interpretation.
Yeah.
In fact, that is quite personal, but I won't go into it. Mystery.
Okay, Julia. My question is about the costumes and makeup. What are your guiding principles when coming up with an outfit for the new video?
But you try and look nice, and then some idiot in the band gets loads of baby powder and just squirts it all over you.
Okay, that wasn't me.
Generally.
I don't even know how it happened. I don't know. Okay, but we did source some outfits from Kate's Clothing for the recent video, and they were really really helpful. We got some really good items
for the
from
video.
them. Highly recommend them. I'm actually wearing their boots right now. So
Kate's boots.
Kate's
yeah, I
boots.
got these from Kate's Clothing as well.
Here you go. You can just see the bottoms. Maybe I mean, you'll see them anyway.
My wife makes my hats.
Oh, this is his wife's dress. She's very fashionable.
Yeah, so my wife makes a lot of my stuff. Kate's Clothing board and other things.
Yeah, actually, I've got a red coat or red kind of jacket that I wear, which my dad bought. He's not international at all, and certainly is not into fashion. But he spotted it at a little boutique store in Cambridge when we were there, and he picked it up for me, and he was really pleased. And it just, it was perfect. So there's a little story there as well.
I've never seen it wear it, to be fair.
Yeah, I wore it on stage. God. Nothing but trouble, this one. Okay. There's always a girl in your lyrics, Danny.
By Nensa
Why
Long
is that?
Kuma.
Yes.
Why is that? It's very poesque to always, narrow it down. It's better writing about the opposite sex than it is the same sex.
I think most songs have a romanticism to them anyway because it kind of evokes very strong feelings. So lots of writers write about romance and partners and things like that.
That's completely true.
Okay.
And you can only write about two different sexes anyway, so it's 50-50, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay. Do you want to read this one? This is about your movie.
Can you say anything about your work on Baphomet yet? Can hardly wait to see that film. It was great fun. Spent a day in London doing it. I told the guy, the producer, not to bring any camera people, which saved him a ton of money because he came from LA. And I got my people to do it. A good friend of mine, Ross Bolladai, helped out. And we basically took over his hotel, the Holiday Inn in where was it? Kensington. And we just turned his room. His room was just completely covered in camera equipment and lights, and the bed was like in the cupboard. And he came back in the evening. He had to sleep in the bath because I think he just couldn't move all the stuff, and he was a bit drunk.
Sounds like a good time.
It was awesome. Yeah, I was playing an occult historian, so I was doing some Skype chats, and I have to do my program, which the heroine of the piece watches because she has to talk to me about her problem. It's good fun. And we filmed in the garden. We basically took over the hotel. So it was a great laugh. But it's not coming out to 2018.
Okay. So Rakeem Lucas, love the new song. I already assume the rest of the album is amazing. Danny, what's the process for writing lyrics for Devilment?
Well, literally, we never. Sometimes I might suggest an idea for a song, But generally, lyrics are inspired by the way a song is shaping up. And in fact, on this record, there are at least 4 songs that were written whilst we were in the studio. Not because I was being lazy or anything like that. It was because they were constantly being, they were under revision, weren't they?
Yeah,
we revised some choruses. So yeah, it was a constant state of flux for some of them. But whereas Shine on Sophie Moon was the first one that was, fully written. It gets inspired by the music.
Elements,
yeah. What fits right with the sound,
yeah.
what you're feeling in that time. What was right for Devilment, because what's right for Devilment isn't right for Cradle of Filth, and
vice versa.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, one for you then.
Lauren, 14. What's one word you would use?
Oh, I'm asking a question, right? Lauren, what's one word you would use to describe your keyboard work on this album? One word.
One word, okay. Eclectic? Quite mixed. Yeah, I'd say it's quite varied. It's definitely more electronic and experimental than it was with the last album. Was a lot more sort of piano and some strings, whereas now I was kind of exploring more synth sounds. So yeah. Yeah,
there's a lot of time in the studio spent
going through sounds,
making them sit right,
which is just the most enjoyable part of composing.
Well,
really.
Well, you think about it. You get a really great sound, and you put it with the track, and go, "Oh, it doesn't work."
Yeah.
Or the guitars just completely take the
cut
literally
out,
get the
so
heart and soul out of it.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah, that's a job in itself.
Challenging, maybe.
It's the challenge.
It was the challenge for me. What inspired the artwork on the new album, and who did it?
The artwork was done by...
Lena.
Pardon? Lena Vitskaya. And strangely enough, for Manticore and Other Horrors, the last but one Cradle of Filth album, she was destined to put her artwork with that, but there was some band disputes and it ended up being an in-house job. I wasn't very happy with the artwork on that. But long story short, it was basically favourable towards Devilment because we approached her again for this album, and all her work was already done. So it was we just literally had to look through thousands of pieces of work, and we chose 6 in particular. One of which we had to was being given to or lent out to like a art themed gallery. Yeah. So we had, but yeah, we're quite surprised. We got some amazing. But the artwork's fantastic.
Yeah, we love it.
And we chose it because it just fitted in with the concept and the look and the feel of the album.
Really fortunate, actually.
Yeah, totally.
To have found that.
And then Dan Goldsworthy was the guy who put the booklet together, and
just did a great job in kind of slotting everything together and just
fusing it together. And then he had to come up with a couple of extra pieces for the special edition. Cause, obviously extra pages and that. So yeah, worked with some really talented people, and it looks amazing. The music itself has a very interesting mix of genres. Is it a conscious effort to find and experiment with different sounds, or is it just an organic thing that comes about when you guys are working together?
Well, I think that it's quite a natural thing that happens because all of us come from different musical backgrounds. I also think that nobody's really afraid to play around with influences from different genres as well. So, yeah, I mean, if you're incorporating lots of different musicians and everybody's mucking in and they all have different backgrounds and different musical tastes, then you're gonna get a very mixed bag. But we take time to make sure that it all slots in together. You know, we're quite concerned with it all sounding like a full song and not just like loads of random sections. Like, what's that doing there? You know. So
actually, got what the question was then. I was going to chip in. Yeah, no, it is organic.
yeah.
You don't sit there and go, oh, you know what, we just need a fast bit, or this one's got to, you know,
Yeah.
got some funk reggae in it or whatever, you know. It's literally an organic process. And there were some songs that we jettisoned, one of which I really liked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could be on Devilment 3. You know,
Yeah. That's just ridiculous.
Okay. Was it a conscious decision to do more clean vocals with Devilment to distinguish it farther from Cradle? Or was it just something Danny's been itching to do for years? I don't think we need to read to the others. I really like the vocal layering in this song. I know there have been some Cradle...
Fickle fans, pigeonhole artists.
Mm.
Yeah, well, I just think the music demands it. You don't want it to sound too... Because I think that would be the obvious thing that people would go, what's the point of doing another band if it sounds exactly the same?
Yeah, obviously.
And yeah, the music we're doing dictates different kinds of singing. There's all kinds of singing on this record anyway.
Yeah.
It's really, really heavy stuff. There's really light stuff, narrative.
Yeah.
Then Lauren's doing a lot more stuff in the choruses. And like I was saying to the interview earlier on, this is the first album we've actually, because I normally write all the lyrics, you know, normally when girls write lyrics, it's like, I don't know, unicorns and fluffy things.
Very
And then
nice.
you came up with some lyrics, and I actually went, not bad. There was pointless changing them, and so I wrote the song around those.
Yeah.
Which is a first. So yeah, lots of things we've had to, you know, we've changed and experimented with. Try and make this album.
Okay, 2 more.
Yeah, great. Yeah, sure.
Lauren, I've been listening to your snippets and songs online for a while now. What is your favourite genre to sing in? Okay. What's my favourite genre to sing in? Well, I think I probably feel more natural singing powerfully in areas. I mean, I do lots of sort of soulful stuff when I do wedding gigs and things like that. But I like to experiment and try to improve my voice and grow and stretch myself. So literally stretch myself.
This sounds filthy.
So you know, doing Devilment.
Anyway, back to your singing.
Okay, calm down. It's all right. So doing Devilment is kind of in the beginning. I think I was doing a lot more soft and ethereal singing, which kind of suits me quite.
It was just backing though, wasn't it?
It was backing,
That's
and
right.
I have quite a sweet tone, but it's been nice to be able to let rip a little bit more in this album. So yeah, I like singing everything all the time. Basically.
Yeah, basically. Well, I mean, she means she doesn't shut up.
Yes. The last question from Era Genova.
I heard that in 2017, Devilment are planning some concerts in Europe. Is that really so? Tell us about the plan. Well, we discussed that. It's in transit. You know, things are underway. It's just it's about moving things around, knowing when Cradle are doing stuff, when we're going to finish the album, and all that's being sorted out in the present. And like I say, we will know what summer festivals we're doing.
Yeah.
When the summer festivals come in, so
We
but
do want to
definitely
come out and see you guys,
gotcha,
though.
yeah.
You know, I mean,
Gotcha.
we're desperate to come and start showcasing our new songs and playing some of the old tracks again. And just to mention again that we're going on tour on the 6th of December in the UK. 11 dates.
11 dates, yeah.
And
Support comes from She Must Burn, and then every venue has a band that we've handpicked. Even some of the promoters sent us some stuff, and we're like, that's fine. So we've actually, if we didn't like, you know, what they've done, we've got.
or we liked it and thought it was unsuitable. For
Well, that was
Devilment
mainly
as
it.
well,
Yeah, it was like too far away from
what we
what we're
did.
looking for. So we've gone out and sourced it. So we, you know, guaranteed we've got some great bands.
It's going to be intimate as well. I'm really excited about it. We're really excited to get out and meet people again. And
Yeah,
be on stage together.
we haven't actually done ahead, apart from like finishing Summer Breeze at that stage. We haven't actually headlined our own shows per se, have we?
No.
No.
So hopefully we'll see you out there.
Yeah. Oh, and before you go, Hitchcock Blonde. I think it's October the 24th.
And don't forget to check out Under the Thunder if you haven't already.
Yeah.
Mean it. Should we just freeze in like a